Hello, yes, it's me again. I'm here with week 4 of the MDL Symphony Division, Season 8, and I wanted to do another quick team preview because I made a couple changes this week, not to the actual mons on my roster, but to the Terra Caps that I have. I swapped them from Ogrepon, Wellspring, Houndstone, and Persian over to Thunderous Tea and Excadrill. I figured I would really only have one Terra Cap with Ogrepon, Wellspring anyway, and while she has put in a metric crap ton of work for me, I wanted to have a little bit more flexibility, so I like this idea moving forward. Anyways, the reason why I just want to jump right into this is because of this stupid Clefable set. I'm bringing Choice Scarf Clefable. That's like the bit. I have Choice Scarf Clefable. It outspeeds everything on my opponent's team except Spectrier, and it also can take hits because it's a Clefable and do some shockingly okay damage with the moves I have here. So I don't know, I thought it would be funny to bring. The actual serious members of my team here, I have Agility, Thunderous Tea to kind of clean late game. I picked Terra Fighting. I was torn between that and Terra Ice, but I like Terra Fighting's defensive profile a little bit better, so I went with that instead. Incineroar because it's just a good physically defensive check to a lot of what my opponent has, and I figured it would do the best for me here. Noivern with Defog, I know. But I wanted some form of hazard removal, and I wanted a mon that can take hits from Blaziken. And I like Psychic Noise because not only does it go through sub, I mean, I have Infiltrator, but if I didn't, not only does it go through sub, but it also disables healing from my opponent, so I can potentially stall out some of my opponent's bulkier mons. I have a Alomomola here. It gets up spikes. Or not Alomomola. I believe my opponent has Alomomola, but I'm not currently looking at their team. It gets up spikes though, and that's really good. I like spikes, and it's also bulky and annoying. I just need to remember that I can't terrestrialize this anymore, so you won't be seeing that. And then lastly, Okidogi. This week, I'm prepared. I have Facade because I do expect this to get status at some point along the way. It's my specialty defensive check with Assault Vest to a lot of things. It can take some hits, spread status, and just be really annoying. And I think Facade's a cool tech as well to prevent status. Alright, let's get right into the battle. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps me out. Alright, let's get into it. So, my opponent has told me they have Terra Fighting Zarude and Terra Grass Avalugg. Wait, Avalugg wasn't one of their Terra Caps. At least not on the dock. The fuck? Whatever. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Okay, so their team consists of... I'm actually going to write this down. Metagross, Avalugg, Hisui, Blaziken, Zarude, Scream, Tail, and Spectrier. Okay. I could just lead Ogrepon to get up a hazard. Seems pretty good, I think. It feels kind of difficult for them to punish. I mean, maybe they lead Avalugg. But if they do, I can just U-turn, so that's not, like, the biggest deal in the world. And then that would mean Zarude can't terrestrialize, and that makes it much easier for me to deal with. So I can live with that. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, I have Choice Scarf Clefable. That's all I'm willing to say here. It is absolutely one of the most messed up brings I have. It's kind of wild, but I'm also a fan of what it has to offer here. I think it can do a lot for me with its offensive type combination as well as its speed control here. It did bring Spectrier, so I am going to be slower than that, so that is on the annoying side. But otherwise, I should be okay. And if I ran out of time, can we relaunch same leads? Heck. Alright, well, I will catch y'all in a second. 2 Pokemon fans tried to screw in a light bulb. Anyway, so they do lead this. I am tempted to just U-turn. I think that's probably my best bet. And they insta-terrestrialize. Okay. That's good for me because that Zarude is not going to be a threat at all, really. So I can just use turn out. And I can go into my Clefable. And I think that's going to be my best bet here. So I would expect rocks to go up if they have it, but then they would be like, what? Rocks, recover, spin? No spin? No rocks? What do they do? They just body press. Okay, well now I look like a genius. What the hell? That did some damage. Anyway, I'm gonna click Flamethrower now because it's really funny. And I think the best part is that unless they have countered my brain damage and gone Choice Scarf Metagross, I will be faster, and I think I get a 2 KO unless they're Assault Vest. And if they are Assault Vest, then how dare they? Absolutely how dare they. But let's see what they go into. This looks like a Metagross to me. Yerp. Okay, let's see it. Flamethrower. That is Assault Vest. Okay. Oh, I got the burn! Oh no! Oh, that is... Oh, what the heck? My graphics card. Well, it's a good thing I'm getting a new one at some point. So, well, that sucks for my opponent. That is very bad for them because you have no longevity, man. I mean, they have a Scream Tail, but like that burn is gonna stick, and it's gonna be like impossible for them to really do anything about it, you know? So that is really, really good for me. Really unfortunate for my opponent because this Metagross could have been a progress maker, that's all I'm saying. So I'm gonna go into this because this takes hits the best. They have Iron Head. Interesting. Not what I was expecting from them. But I can just U-turn. If they stay in, I do have other mons I can go into. Probably go into Instant here. But I'm predicting the Avalugg again. And then if they go Avalugg, do I want to catch that? I could probably catch that with Instant. Let's try it. Let's see how my opponent responds. Throwing out one overheat isn't a big deal at all, and if it lands, I think it deserves to miss, to be honest. My opponent has done nothing wrong. They have to be sus. You have to be sus. Come on now. I'm not entirely sure what they're going into, though. What did they bring? What was the other mon? Blaziken. Oh, they could go Blaziken. But I do have Noivern. Apologies if you can hear the dogs in the background, by the way. They're very excited. It's their dinner time right now. And they're very hungry. And goodbye, Avalugg. You deserve a good rest. Let's go. Overheat Incineroar picks up one. We are actually off to a good start this time around. As my capture card is holding on for dear life. I'm sorry for any cutouts or anything like that. It's a bit out of my control right now, but I am hoping to resolve the situation relatively soon. It's been on my plate for a little bit. So, they do go Blaziken here. Honestly, I'm about to make a God play. Watch this. Oh no, they're gonna click Swords Dance, or... Like, they're not gonna attack me directly. That's too obvious. Like, that has to be too obvious. So I'm just gonna roar. Wait, this was not the intended roar tech, by the way. It was to deal with the terastallized Zarude, aka kick the can down the road. But this ends up working out, like, amazingly for me. So I do hope you click the Sword Stance button. They Flare Blitz. That also works. Is that Banded? Let me see. I actually prepped my damage calc this time around. So, Blaziken, OU, So Flare Blitz does like 125. This is no Intimidate Act. Ooh, they went Spec? Oh, hell yes. I mean, that's kind of unfortunate for my opponent, but oh, hell yes. Do I just knock off here, or do I U-turn, predicting them to want to switch back? I can U-turn. There's like no way they stay in, right? And if they're banded, I'd actually want them to stay banded. Black Canary. Zarud? No, Screamtail. Okay. Works for me. Kind of ate that up, NGL. I'm gonna go Dogi here, but this is kind of scary, actually. I don't know, maybe they don't have Psychic Fangs. Maybe they're trying to get rocks up. But I'm gonna just click the Poison Jab button. Because, like, most of their team is physical anyway. And I have other checks to spec for here. Like, I'm not that concerned about it. Now, I do have a lot of physical investment. Do they go Metagross? Let's see. No, they go spec. That is fine by me. I click the Poison Jab button. If I get status again, this is actually just messed up. Tisk tisk. Whatever. Okie dokie is actually just the best to ever do it. What can I say? And Psychic definitely comes out here. I'd probably take it if I'm not Specs. Or if they're not Specs. I do also just want to go into Idson here. Because it should be relatively safe. I mean, I guess they could click, like, Mud Shot. Let's see. But I'm going to take the safe play here. And boy, am I glad I did. Okay. Once again, going to U-turn out. No reason to not keep up the pressure here. I think that's going to be the key to our success here, is just keeping up as much pressure as possible. As they click Taunt. Okay. So they're definitely, I think they're bulkier for sure. They have Psychic, probably Shadow Ball. I'm guessing Wisp. Man, I don't know what they have potentially. Ugh. This is tough. I can just go Clef. Whatever. They do have potential Blaziken. I'm just going to click Moonblast. Just keep the train going here. I should be slower if they have speed, but maybe they don't. Maybe they only have speed for Noivern. And then I can get a kill with Scarf Clefable. Damn it! Oh, that would have been so funny, though. That's okay. Clef still gets one. I will take it. I'm nowhere near out of the woods, of course. Like, my opponent still has some pretty spooky mons in the back for sure. They still have the Blaziken, which is a big threat. They still have the... what is it? Zarud? I am probably going to have to go Thundy sooner rather than later, just because I don't think it's actually going to have the chance to be able to agility sweep my opponent. They have AV Metagross, they have a Screamtail that is just really annoying, so I think I want more in the way of... what is it? I want more to do in terms of defense here. And I think sacking Thundurus is going to be the best way to do that. It has a winning matchup against Zarude. It can do well. Actually, you know what? They go Blaziken? Oh, they are not ready for this. They're actually not ready for this. To Valhalla, Clefable. Unless they're also Scarf for some reason. That would be crazy. That'd be kind of sick, though. That's right. Choice Scarf Clefable. Get that chip damage. Oh, no. Come on. What are we doing? All right. All right. That's one for Blaziken. Good job, Clef. That was good. You did some incredible work there. Just excellent. Okay. Anyways, I have a Noivern now. Hello, this is Noivern. Okay, that is a massive threat gone, pretty much. Because now they're gonna struggle to deal with the... What is it? Bro, I'm thinking and the thoughts are not coming. I think they're gonna struggle to deal with the rest of my defensive core. The Zarude is still a threat. I shouldn't let my guard down. The Zarude is still a threat, and I still need to find a way to get chip on it. Okay, who they go into? I'm guessing meta? Yes. Okay. I just Psychic Noise. Oh, hell yeah, that's some chip. This is chip damage like your parents dream about, to be honest. Okay, anyway. Gonna click the U-turn button again because we love to U-turn, don't we, folks? We love clicking U-turn. If this comes out, I mean, it probably just comes out because it's a generic, specially defensive check to my Mons, so... Okay. I still go Ogerpon. I don't really care. Ogerpon has a lot of physical bulk. Like, go for Ice Punch, go for Psychic Fangs. I don't really care. Yeah, this does nothing. Okay. And I can get a Spike here. I think this is a good time to do it. Okay. Still, like I said, still not out of the woods yet. There's still a lot that can go wrong, I think. But at the very least, I think getting a Spike Up is going to significantly improve my winning chances here. And I have to say, Scarf Clefable is some of the most useful Clefable I feel like I've had like in my draft career. It is actually crazy. Yes, it traded 1-for-1 pretty much. It got it took a KO on a severely weakened Mon and then got chip on another. Like, it's not that impressive, but it just felt like a very useful piece to have for me because it was able to actually pressure my opponent, and that's something I feel like I've struggled to take advantage of. Anyway, your hazard removal doesn't exist anymore, so I'm gonna go this and get a Spike Up. Thank you. They're lefties, so they're probably not screens. My name is Incineroar. I'm gonna go this. They may just go into their Blaziken here, which would be a good double for them. But my Noivern is incredibly, incredibly bulky on the physical side. Like, it is legitimately stupid physically bulky. So, Choice Band, Blaziken. Ooh, do they do it? No, they go Zarude. Interesting. Okay. I don't know what they expected me to do there, but I can live with this, for sure. I don't know, I just thought it was too obvious to go into the other Mon. So anyways, I'm clicking U-turn. U-turn has just felt super good as well. Let's see if they're bulk up, because if they're bulk up, that could be an issue. But then I just go Thundurus and try. I don't know. I should be okay, because they'd be at neutral. Unless there's some messed up weakness policy set, in which case, good gaming, good gaming. I don't know. I believe in the combination of Incineroar and Noivern to handle this, though. You gotta handle Terrazarud with care. It can kind of just steal games off you out of nowhere. And it's really difficult for or to prep for because of the variety of Terra types it can have, especially in an open Terra format like this. Alright, they go into Metagross. I guess this is a sack. I don't know. I just wanted to maintain some level of momentum because without it, I do not think I win the game. Should I go with Undi here? That's okay. I'm gonna do it. See what they do. It's pretty crazy. I'm so greedy. I brought Life Orb, Thundurus, and it's modest. I don't think I'm getting that agility off for the record, so I'm just freaking killing this. Alright. That is a kill for Thundurus on the Metagross, so that's good. I will say that burn helped me out a lot, but I think honestly I still would have been fine based on the damage. Ogerpon, it would be a lot lower for sure. It would have been super heavily chipped, but in exchange, Ogerpon, or, well, not really in exchange for anything, I don't know what I'm saying. Ogerpon would have been heavily chipped, I still would have been fine. I guess that's my train of thought. I don't know, I need to keep my eyes on the prize here because I am in prime position to pick up my first W. I checked before the match, I'm the only coach that doesn't have a win yet. That doesn't feel great. And I don't want to count my eggs before they hatch because this is still so losable. Like, it is so unbelievably losable, it's not even funny. But I just need to make sure to keep my head up, keep my eyes on the prize, and that the game is still winnable. Okay. So Screamtail comes out. Are you Calm Mind? Oh, this is Calm Mind. It's spooky. They wish. Okay. Oh! That damage, bro. Damn, okay. Well, they're forced to take a more passive turn here. So I'm gonna agility up, just see what they do. So they are Wish Tech. But let's see if they just keep trying to play the Wish stall game. I think they might potentially. That does so much damage, dude. And they Encore. Okay. So Zarude's gonna come out here. Probably. But I'm still just gonna hit this. Like, I don't really have a choice in the matter, I think. They may also just Protect here, but that would stall out one of their Encore turns. Wish, Protect, Encore. Hey, we want to do something here. They Protect? No, they switched. They're going for it. They feel as though there's no other choice, but I am Life Orb, Modest Thundurus. Okay. Unreal. Actually unreal. I'm so sorry for my opponent. This is messed up. This is totally messed up. I am so sorry. Like, unreal. Anyways, it could be a Terra 50-50. I don't know. I don't really care. I think I just Terrastalize anyway. But still, like, the statuses have just messed up my opponent so much. It's made the game, like, practically unplayable for them. And yeah, it's just been really, really difficult. So I do apologize for the luck I've been getting. It's definitely put me in a really favorable position this game, but you know, we just play. Okay, they do predict the terastallization at least, so they just go straight for the Petal Blizzard. That's fine. Not super concerned about it. I'm just gonna go Ogre Pawn, and then you turn out into Okidogi. Okay, that's a kill for Ogre Pawn. Good. The funny thing is, too, because of the differential, if no more of my mons faint this game, and we end on a... Just go this? No. No, I just go Noivern. What the hell? And we end, what is it? 4-0? Let me start over. So if no more of my mons faint and we end 4-0, I actually end this with a positive differential and a 1-3 record, which is hilarious to me. Anyways, no wish for you. And they forgore Skull Emoji. That is very unfortunate for them. I'm gonna go you now. I just don't want to get stuck in some weird like protect/encore loop. This could be a throw. They are D-Gleam last. Okay. Perfect. No, I misclicked because of the lag. Oh my god. Fuck me. Whatever. Protect this turn if you're real. Or switch. No, dude. My setup is it's got so much latency that I end up misclicking because of that. That is pretty funny though, you have to admit. It's pretty good. Okay. No, because now they're just gonna freaking encore me. Ah! Terribly unfortunate. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. I mean, maybe they go Blaziken, but Blaziken still doesn't win from here, even if it's banded. Okay, they don't. They don't go Blaziken. I love the misclick. We're gonna keep this game going for a little bit. Just a little, though. Not too long. Anyways, no item? No, I should just U-turn back. What am I doing? Let's not be stupid here. Well, actually, there is reason to click knockoff. Because if they go whatever, if they go Blaziken, no, I just U-turn. Yeah, they D-Gleam. If this looks BM, I'm sorry, it's not. I lagged and this graphics card is like on its last legs, I swear. Anyway, back into Oakley Dogley. Because yes, I do actually have Poison Jab. The game is just not being helpful with me. Here we go. Alright, we can win the game now. Sorry to my opponent for that. There we go. Okay. Finally. Finally I can click Poison Jab. You do not have enough wishes. Poison Jab has a billion PP. Yum! Also, yeah, I can just do that too. And that probably doesn't help you. I am just stoked because I think we got it. I don't want to celebrate 2-2-2 early because it is still possible to lose. Anything is possible when you have a Speed Boost Blaziken in the back. And for what it's worth, I knew going in it was Speed Boost. Like, I don't think Speed Boost Blaziken is necessarily broken in draft these days. I think there's plenty of counterplay if you know it's coming. It can be pretty difficult, especially if the opponent has like a lot of support for it. It can just get into some really nasty positions. But, you know? Yeah, they're just gonna wish tech spam. I'm taking the kill. I'm taking the kill. Don't you worry. There we go. And Ogie Dogie is gonna make up for last week because it doesn't need to get burnt or anything like that. I did have the facade tech. I expected it to get burnt from like a Spectre or something, but you know, just works out. And they are okay. Are they SD protect? Dang. Okay. Okay, killer. But if they're protect SD, they're probably dual stab, and then they don't have a good way to hit my Noivern. So, oh, and that doesn't even heal that much. Like, the heck? All right, what are we doing here? Flare Blitz. This isn't gonna do that much. Okay, I lied. That did a good chunk. But we take it, and that is gonna be game. Sorry for the hacks on my opponent's part and the weird BM at the end. It wasn't intentional, but we are now officially 1-3 on the board. Oh my goodness, that actually feels really good because it's been a long time coming. I've been so close so many times, and now I'm just finally able to close it out and get the dub I've been so desperately looking for. I can end the season in peace now that I won't be the only undefeated coach, or only winless coach. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support. Like and subscribe if you like me, and otherwise I will catch you all next week for the next battle. Peace.